One of the things I'm really fussy about is preparation. Nowadays, because of modern day match fishing, I'm preparing the whole time. I spend a lot of time preparing, and one of the things I'm really fussy about is hooks and hook lengths. I want my hook length to be the same length, and I want the hook to be the right hook, because at the end of the day, the most important thing between you and the fish is the hook. So I spend a lot of time in that preparation department. So what we do at Preston, we do a hook retraining system where we keep all those hooks. We do a big one and we do a small one. The small one retails at $3.99 and the large one retails at $4.99. Now what I do with these, I keep all my hooks and hook lengths in these. They're very important to me because I know when you look at this that they've got little hooks on them. One way you put the hook at one end, and then you've got different hooks at different lengths. The first one starts, on the big one, starts at 15 centimetres, 20 centimetres, 25 centimetres and 30 centimetres. So in other words, you can always have your hook lengths at the same distance. Now I want to know that when I've taken a hook out of that when I'm fishing, it's the same distance as the one I've just lost. I don't want to make one in the bank and guessing it, because if you're guessing you could be not on the bottom or too far on the bottom. I want to be the same as what I've already plumbed up in my peg. What I like to do as well, I like to just put a dimension on the side, so I know like that's a 12 to an 017 or a 20 to 010, 14 to 017. I know what different line strengths are and what hook size and hook model they are, so I'm not mixing and matching. They're going to be the same the whole time. So a couple of other things you need to do is, once you've got that, is how to put the hook onto that retraining box. The first thing you do is you tie your hook. When you've tied your hook, make sure the first thing you do with the hook is make sure the line is coming from underneath the spade. So it's coming underneath where the point is and the spade. You don't want it coming off the top. If the line comes off the top, what happens is when you catch a fish, it pulls into the fish, the spade, and you come back with a little bit of just a little bit of, I don't know, snot on, what I call snot on the line, and what that happens is you just bump the fish and you come off it. What you really want to do is make sure the line comes underneath. Then to get the dimensions or the length that I particularly want, all you do is you get the hook and you put it into the part of the hook. Then if you want, for example, a 25 centimetre hook length, all you do then is go up, put the line round and create a loop. Just put it round like that, but always try and keep it a little bit tight, but don't pull on it. Just make sure it's nice and tight, and you've created your loop around your hook. Grab both pieces of line, take it off, and you've created your loop then in your fingers. And then all you do then is make a loop. Just double it over, pass it through once, pass it through twice. Always keep that bit on your finger and thumb tight. Pull it as tight as you can to get the smallest little loop. And before you completely pull it tight, as you do on every knot, is to wet it, then cut or bite it off. Then to put it on the hook retaining system, you put your hook over, like so, just put it on, just keep your line reasonably tight, and then put the loop over the little hook. And that way, you've got the same distance on all time. And to get the same distance on the hooks, you just keep doing that, and you'll always have the same hook, the same line, and the same distances. If you want to go on a smaller one, like sometimes we go fishing and we use smaller hook lengths, you just get the smaller hook retaining system. If you want to double it up and make a longer one, all you do then is you get the hook, you put it on the hook again, go round to the side, because if you look at these, it's got like 15 centimetres, so if you double back it becomes 30. Or if you've got like a 20, you double up and it becomes 40. To double up, all you do is go around the hook and go back to where the hook part is, put your thumb on the top and double it round, and you get a double loop. And all you do then is take it off gently, and you're left with another loop again, and that's twice the distance. Just spin it, make your loop, put it round like so, pass it through twice like you would do normally, pull it gently, and if you keep the loop in your finger, you pull it as tight as you can. Before you pull it tight, wet it and then pull it tight. And that way what you do then is then you put it on the hook, go round, double up, and you can put the loop back on the thing, and that way you've doubled up and you've got twice the length of line. I keep everything in these hook retaining systems. And the nice thing about these, about having the hooks like that, when you close it, it doesn't get any sunlight, but more importantly, if you ever drop it in water, it don't get saturated in water, and if it does, you just shake it off, you just leave it for 5 minutes in the open air and it'll dry out. So that means your hooks and your line will never get rusty. And that's all I do. I just put them in the box, go fishing. I prepared at home when it's nice and warm. I've done all my hooks, and when I go fishing I can just take them out of the packet and put them straight on my line and I'm fishing.